Okay, guys, let's rock and roll. I think I've got the volume thing figured out, even for those who have continued to say they can't hear me. There are not that many of you that say that, but I think I have figured it out. Please let me know. Of course, you'll let me know. This is for entertainment purposes only. My name is Deborah, and this is Deborah's Blue Tarot. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a regular visitor, but you haven't subscribed yet, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that little subscribe button. Costs you nothing. It won't spam you. It's free. Welcome. And if you're one of my beloved subscribers, mwah, to you. Today, Spirit had me pull some runes, and I'm going to look them up. I probably should have looked them up before I came on, but I didn't. So sue me, you know. There's one. I'll put that here. And there's... Where are you? Where are you? Come on now. I must have passed it. Okay, hang on. No, 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 no. Here we go. I believe that's it. Let me just look back one more time, just to be certain. Penny Sue, are you in the closet? Come out, come out. Okay. So my first rune is the rune of the Wrath of Nature. This is a weather rune. See that? It's called Hagalaz, or Hail. Need I go on? The weather's going to be really bad, especially the weather within the unconscious. Oh, they're getting creative, huh? Tempering, testing, the controlled crisis leads to completion, inner harmony. There will be some natural disasters, and so on. And then my last rune that Spirit guided me to pull is this one. It's called the Elk, or Protection. Protection, a shield, the protective urge to shelter oneself or others. Right there. Defense, warding off evil, shield, and a guardian. Connection with the gods, awakening, higher life. It can be used to channel energies appropriately, follow your instincts, keep hold of success, or maintains position won or earned. All right. Very interesting. The weather barometer. You know, I check the weather every day, obviously. Probably you guys do too. And it's just such a thing with me in my head. For entertainment purposes only, YouTube. This is just for fun. So for this morning's reading, I brought out a couple cards here. The Angel Tarot and the Osho Zen, which I love. We might wind up using the Angel for clarifiers, but let's use the Osho Zen for our topic today. And you might be wondering, what is the topic? The topic for today relates to Elroy versus the Felon. They are at war, quote, quote, with each other, and not, is it the bag? Did they get caught? Okay. And whether that translates into a war, i.e., American against American, or not, I just don't know. I am going to read on Elroy versus the Felon. So I'm putting one against the other, and let's see what we get. I think what I'm going to do is move this back just a smidge. Heavens, don't want to mess up my mic. Okay. So I am going to pull Elroy on the left, Felon on the right. We'll pull 5 cards for each of them and see what's up. They are embattled with each other. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elroy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Felon. Let's start with Elroy. Okay. The change card. Things are about to change for him. It's a pretty card, isn't it? Ripeness. I want to say he's ripe, but I know that that's not really, like, he's reached the point. He's reached the end game. And he's all done playing. And he's about ready to fall off that tree, just like that one cherry. Or plum, or whatever it is. Suppression. Snakes. Electrical signs. Snakes and electrical signs are what I see here. This person in the center of this card looks as if he's holding off or suppressing. He's got his head in his hand. Look very closely. He is suppressing or keeping hold of internally something that's really bad. Maybe he's trying to not do what he wants to do. I don't know. He's got problems. Fighting. Now this is a soldier. There's a battle going on. And the battle, what's the card number? There is no card number. Sorry. They're fighting. It's just as simple as that. But this represents Elroy protecting himself as he battles. The last card is understanding. A bird flying up into the other birds. Maybe he's understanding there's not a whole lot he can get away with beyond what he's already done. And those bars in the background, do you see them? Like a cage? I'm sure they're significant. This looks like a cage of some sort. All right. All right, Elroy. Now, this is the Felon. I've just piled them up, and I'm going to pull them out and read them to you. Intensity. He's very intense. You can almost see this figure, perhaps non-human, or it looks like, you know, when the wind is blowing against you, everything pushes itself, you know, even your face, out of the way. Intensity. I can see that. Politics. Yeah, the snake. Exhaustion. Well, you're almost 80 years old man. You talk about President Biden being old. He doesn't wear diapers. Of course, that's from all that Adderall, I'm sure. Exhaustion. Comparison. The young stalk versus the old one. Young stalk. Old stalk. It almost looks like a tree or some sort of tree type plant. There's one thing you don't have, Felon, that Elroy does, and that's youth. Ah, the final, the dream. The dream. Let me see if I can interpret this in some way. It looks like a soldier hugging a woman. This card is the number 6. This is July to August. That's 4. And 2 weeks thereafter is 6. Timing is right. This woman is dreaming of this conclusion. All right. Maybe we should go with the Angel Tarot. Let's do some clarifying here. We'll use these cards. Let me give them a little shuffle. or a big shuffle, or a lot of shuffle. Okay. Let's do it again. And let's do it again. 3 times. My lucky number is 13. This is close. I'm not doing it 13 times. 3 times. Okay. Elroy versus the Felon. And this dream. Understanding was the last one on Elroy's. And this dream was the last one on the Felon. Let's put those in opposition. Okay. The moon. Things are being hidden. Obviously. The 3 of Swords. Someone's just got stabbed in the heart. The 3 of Wands. Waiting for someone across the water. One more. The 8 of Wands. Self-restriction. Although he doesn't look very restricted. He looks like they have fallen aside. And he's got his cards in his hand or his lap. One more. Justice. Thy will be done. This is the Justice card, folks. And it crowns the reading. And justice is going to be served. Justice. Justice will be served. That I can tell you. That makes me feel better. Although I have to tell you, I said to someone the other day, yesterday in fact, why is it that I feel so like serene? That was the word I used. Like serenity now. Why? And she said these exact words. Because you live in the light. It's my girl. I do live in the light. Can I take a drink? I hope you don't mind. Like you're going to stop me, you know. Okay. Love my iced tea. Even though it's not cold. Let's take some of these cards. Let's get rid of the dating kind of cards. Okay. So, Let's give this one a shuffle too. This is my What's the News? Kind of like What's the Tea? I'm going to use that one tonight. My What's the Tea? I love that deck. I know you guys like it too. Okay. Let's give this one more. I'd say one more. I hope you can hear me well. I think I've made some adjustments that will help. I am hopeful. And I don't worry one little iota about someone telling me they still can't hear, because they tell me they still can't hear. Hopefully, that's not true. Let me just have a look at my sound thing. That shouldn't be true. You should be hearing me booming. Okay? All right. Let's pull some cards. No, that's another lovey-dovey one. Sorry. Another lovey-dovey one. Everybody. Another lovey one. Ah. Self-awareness, cutting through illusions, detaching from ego, spiritually woke. Yep. You could say that for sure. Me, you. I don't know. Nah, that's too, like, boy toyish. Peacin' out, Peacin, like peace out. Peacin' out. Thank you. Next, leaving and not caring. Bye, Felicia. Turnt. Party animal, sex, drugs, and alcohol, surface pleasures. There's Diddy for you. Didn't mean to ruin your day. Numbing, self-medication, addiction, irrational behavior. I'd consider that a yes for both parties, both Elroy and the Felon. Harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. Nice. We could use some harmony, right? Chained, codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down. See the chains? That's one more here. No, that's too lovey-dovey. Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up, and budgeting. That's a sweet card. Yeah, I'm on a budget. Lucky break, good fortune, good things coming. We're at a turning point, folks. We really are. I think we're almost at the end of the letter M, on aims, on Sterling's detox, ridding negativity, purification, the cleanse. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. TikTok. Deadline. Procrastination. Too busy. I think of TikTok as time's running out. Over it. Fed up. Not having any of it. That's right. We are fed up. Light bulb moment. Sudden revelation. Feeling inspired. Insightful awareness. I have one of those little light things. I think here we go. This is our last one. Today, good vibes, present and in the moment. Okay. You know, the interesting part of these cards, the lovey-dovey ones, I don't see where that's newsworthy, but go figure. I am going to use a pendulum, one of mine. You've seen it, one of my many. And I know that I have I know that you are, let's see here, wait a minute. Is this burden a negative? Hang on 1 second. Okay. So, in my question section, are bodies floating on shore in Florida? That's the question that I have here. Are bodies floating on shore in Florida? It's gruesome. Are bodies floating? Let me bring this down a little bit. Are bodies floating down shore? Clear, please, Spirit. Spirit, I have a question from one of my subscribers. The question is, are bodies floating on shore in Florida? Are bodies floating on shore in Florida at this time? That's a no on that question. No bodies yet floating on shore. I'm sure they will soon. Will DeSatan, Spirit, will DeSatan have legal troubles to handle soon or after his term expires? That's a yes. Okay. Will the felon stay on his trajectory for removal and decertification on or before the middle of September. Will the felon stay on the trajectory for his removal, one way or another, for the middle of September or before? Yes. Nice one. Okay. What else do we want to know? Is the late first Mrs. T haunting her former husband? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. That was my fault that it fell. Is she haunting him? That's a yes. Clear, please. Is the felon having difficulty sleeping at night? That's a yes. Okay, let me ask one more question. Spirit, can my subscribers hear me well? Oop. That's a yes. So, hello. I'm trying to stay as close to this thing as I can. But I've already double-checked the sound volume, and it's much brighter than I had it set for before. So it should be good. You guys should be good to go on that. I want to wish you a wonderful day. This is Saturday. I'm going to be going over to see my great nieces, and they are so great. And I'm such a great aunt. And my niece, which is their mom. My sister Phyllis, who you may have met in the chat on my last live, she is the grandma. And I'm so grateful. Thank you, Phyllis. And so I'm going to send you love, light, and peace out. See you later.